West Tigers fans, we are heading to the eighth wonder of the world, which is just around the corner from the Orange Grove Hotel as we celebrate 2 in a row. Can the boys get 3 in a row? Let's preview that game and celebrate a big win over the Manly Seagulls on another episode of West Tigers Life. West Tigers fans to another episode of West Tigers Life. We are coming from the Orange Grove Hotel. We've got a big crowd. Give us a shout, boys. Now, we say that most weeks a little bit sarcastically, but we do have all the a lot of the Patreon boys in to watch us tonight, so we appreciate them coming. They're enjoying their nice ice-cold beers. They had a nice meal. I'll get Rob to maybe to report how the food was at the Orange Grove Hotel. Please give us a follow at West Tigers Life. TikTok, the TikTok's gone off. If you want to see, actually 2 of the TikTok stars are here tonight watching us. So Brando and Shano are both here. So you'll see their mugs on the reaction video. That's on our YouTube, on our TikTok, on our Facebook. Where else did I put it? On our Instagram. So at West Tigers Life is the handle for all of those. Check them out. And let's go straight to my co-host, my right winger on the end there, as that's not his political leanings, but that's how he's sitting tonight. Hello, Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, g'day, Josh. G'day, Rob. G'day, everyone watching and listening from here or afar. I'm doing pretty good tonight, mate. Obviously, off the back of the win against Manly, the celebrations were long and loud. 2 in a row. Yeah, you're right. Can we go 3 in a row? Looking forward to previewing this game and talking about the one just gone. But, yeah, it should be a good night. It's always a lot better after a win, isn't it?
And the man in the middle, he's the hardest working West Tigers podcaster in the land this week. He's done not 1, not 2, but 3 podcasts now for this week. Or actually, you could probably throw in a 4th, 5th, and 6th because we've got some shorts that are dropping on the YouTube channel. Yeah, so we've got the West Tigers content coming out the wazoo, and what better time than when the boys are on fire, Roberto, Mr. Bashara.
G'day, boys. Yeah, good to be here at a nice dinner with Shane, Brandon, and Jay.
What'd you have?
I had the schnitzel, and I think Jay had the schnitzel. It was
good,
crazy good.
And
I think Shane had the hamburger. I'm not sure what Brandon had. Did you eat anything, Brandon? He had the steak.
How was the steak, Brandon?
Food was amazing.
Beautiful.
Really good.
So, how like it cooked?
Got here nice and early. Yeah, it's been a busy week. So we obviously gave the collaboration podcast a name this week. So we're going with Claws Out, and that's got amazing traction already on YouTube.
Yep.
So we're really pleased with that. And what we've decided to do is put out some roughly 10-minute clips of separate stuff that we pre-recorded. So we had a big sort of dive into the whole Galvin saga. Or did we dodge $1 million bullet? That got released last night. I think that's already over 2,000 views. So we're really happy.
People getting angry in the comments.
And being our 20-year celebration of our premiership in 2005, Eddie and I are speaking about what I think was our favourite game of the year, which was the preliminary final against St George. So we're going to release that on Friday. That goes for about 9 minutes. But yeah, we're just trying to spice it up a bit. And sometimes it's a little bit hard to listen to 1 hour and 1 hour and a half. And you give people a little bite of something, and it's all separate. It's nothing that we spoke about on the hour show. They're all separately recorded.
And timeless too. They're kind of things that
they can
not that day's game.
Exactly.
It's something
we
can you can
talk. It was just nice reminiscing about the St George game. It's amazing how much you remember about it too, looking back. And that's my favourite West Tigers game ever. So I was glad to have
it might be mine too. Yeah, that's oh man. I'll never forget just the stadium predominantly Dragons fans sitting in the corner.
Best atmosphere ever.
Oh, what a night.
It certainly was. What a year.
What a year. It was a fantastic year. We might talk about that more on Sunday's show as well. Tonight we are previewing the game. We're back at Leichhardt Oval on Sunday afternoon. Hopefully the weather clears up because Sydney is absolutely pouring at the moment. But Speaking of pouring, these guys are pouring in the nails, the Matchday Manny. So Matchday Manny, Roberto, where we love our new partners. So attention, male footy fans want to win some serious brownie points. Ladies want a fun and fashionable addition to your Matchday. Shane, have you got your Matchday Mannies yet? Not yet. Okay, next week. Matchday Manny makes press-on nails in footy teams' colours. The ladies can now look as sharp as an appy dummy and show their support for their team and style. They've just launched, so more team colours will continue. You can order at Matchday Manny, so Manny's M-A-N-I. And if you're an idiot like me and you don't realise it's short for manicure, which I didn't realise until they told me the other day, and I was wondering how to pronounce it. Manny is in manicure. Duh, you idiot. Give him a follow, Matchday_Manny on Instagram. And we'll also give a shout out to Gym Direct as well. Shane, you got your dumbbells yet? Not yet. So Gym Direct, our partners, so thanks to them, you can get 5% off with the code WTXGD5. So they do everything from your basic dumbbells. I believe Shane's got a massive cable system coming to do his flies, to work those pecs. That's you would have seen in the video. He's an elite athlete, and that's what he's got to do. So he ordered at Gym Direct with the code WTXGD5. And if you're a personal trainer, which Shane is not, you can get 10% off there as well. So, all right, on to the show. And let's start with, we have some great, tell you what, I'm pretty proud of the content we're putting out, but West Tigers themselves have put out some bangers this week. But let's start with the Tariq May news. So the big teaser, you left this till right at the end of the Clause Out podcast.
Yep.
You've heard, and a lot of people are reporting it now, Tariq May.
100% done deal. I don't know the details, but I've been told by the most reliable of sources that it's 100% done deal. And I don't think it's any major news. We know how well he's playing. We know he's enjoying being at a club that his brother Terrell's at. So it's just a no-brainer for us. And obviously, we've got so much room in our cap. Surely we've made him a nice offer. So, yeah, I'm hoping that gets announced. If anyone's listening to our Wednesday night show tomorrow or Friday, I'm hoping it would have been announced by the time you're listening to this.
Yep. Hopefully, yeah. Just got to dot the I's and the lowercase J's, hopefully. So I was listening to Buzz Rothfield on Triple M, I think, what's it called? I can't remember the Triple
The one
M
with Andrew Moore?
No, on Triple M.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he reckons they're going to extend Terrell at the same time. So
Perfect.
Contract.
Terrell's carried our pack this year, so he's going to be worth every dollar we give him.
Yep. So
best buy of the year.
We have that war chest, and as you guys talked about with the Lachlan Galvin video, we've got all this. We've saved all this money to lock in these guys. So
it's like Richo's stripping it bare, and then even if we don't use it this off season, we'll just go on a massive splurge for the end of 2026.
I was picturing an actual bear then when you said that.
No. And so
I
think next year and even the year after that, they should be really big years for us.
Absolutely. Any takes on the Mays extending further?
Well, they both had really good performances so far this season. Obviously, Taylor's been a lot more limited in his time with us, but I mean, he's been pretty much a standout in all the games he's played so far. Terrell, like Rob said, he's led the forwards and busted his ass every game so far this year, playing minutes that mere mortals could not play on a regular basis. And I mean, if he does get extended, it's very well deserved. And as with Taylor, considering the form he's shown, would be interesting to see how he goes on a bit of a longer term deal with a preseason under his belt.
All right, got some clips from the press conference with Benji and Terrell. Because tell you what, Benji's getting better at his coaching and better at his presses. So
it was his best press conference yet.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I've actually got quite a few clips, and fingers crossed, I have video footage, and they will work on the screen.
Ooh.
I think, like you spoke about, being excited about where we are on the ladder and things like that, chasing the 8. give our fans something to cheer about. You know, they've been with us through the highs and lows, through all the years. And we're giving them something to cheer about now. So it's given us energy, and obviously 3 rounds to go this season, and we want to gun for that top 8 spot. So we're on a good course, but we've got to start it again next week.
Basically, how good has Jerome become as a leader this year?
He was always a great leader. I don't think that's ever been in question. His attitude second to none, and the fact that even though we've literally got a 1% chance of making the top 8, that's the sort of stuff we want to hear, because even with all due respect to Benji, he doesn't know what it's like being a supporter the last 14 years. He hasn't been a supporter for 14 years. He's been a player for us. He's played rugby union. He's played for South Sydney. But we've been through all the lows and all the extreme lows of being a supporter for 14 years. So I'm hanging on to this. I really hope we've got some sort of sniff when we go to Canberra next weekend. But if we do get the win this week and we do have a chance to play finals, I expect the boys to show up against Canberra as well. But let's just get through this week first.
As Jesse on the Facebook stream, he says, pleased to meet you on Sunday. So shout out to Jesse. He says he was sitting near you at the stadium. Good on you, Jesse, meeting the stats man.
Yeah,
he obviously met you in the seat, not meeting you in the toilets like some of our fellow podcasters like to do.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of a
apparently.
rumor going around that Shane Coates after a manager now, and someone gave him
Isaac
Moses'
on the line.
number. But yeah, we'll see how that works out.
Right, let's play another clip.
I know you know that,
fellas,
knows that as well, so we're just going to keep building on that combination.
And Benji, the try he scored, questioned by some. What about, through your expert eyes, running sort of in behind momentarily Samuel Afainu there?
Yeah, I was a little bit worried, if I'm being honest, that they might have called it back, because we've had that sort of luck this year with those calls. But yeah, I thought it was a try. I thought he was outstanding. He's definitely added something to our team, and yeah, we'll be working hard on keeping him here for the next few years.
Block play there, but he did get out of the way just in time. Look, Manly fans might be complaining a little bit for it, but I think Samuela got out of the way. I think if Tommy charges at them and is closer, maybe they do get the penalty, but he has sufficient time to get him.
I mean, in all honesty, I don't think it would have been a penalty regardless, because obviously he runs through the line as the lead runner, and then ends up supporting, like slowing down to support Taylor a little bit. I don't think he even runs across Tommy's face. I feel like he's slowing down to be a support, to go from lead runner to support player, just in case Taylor throws it out left to him. So like he goes around Tommy regardless, but I don't think it would have been an obstruction or a penalty.
Someone in the comments mentioning the Mayday. I actually have some Mayday clips as well. I'm on a clip frenzy this week. I've got a new app, a new toy to clip with. So
Josh likes his new toys.
That as well, so I'm just going to keep building on that combination.
And Benji, the try he scored, questioned by some. What about, through your expert eyes, running sort of in behind momentarily Samuel Afainu there?
Yeah, I was a little bit worried, if I'm being honest, that they might have called it back, because we've had that sort of luck this year with those calls.
I think, like you spoke about, being excited about where we are on the ladder and things like that, chasing the 8. Give our fans something to cheer about. You know, they've been with us through the highs and lows, through all the years. And we're giving them something to cheer about now. So it's given us energy, and obviously 3 rounds to go this season, and we want to gun for that top 8 spot. So we're on a good course, but we've got to start it again next week.
Mastered it yet, so obviously I've played the same 2 clips twice there. I've uploaded them both twice. Here's the third one. It should be different.
I thought we had a real good week against the Bulldogs going into playing them, and then they backed it up after a bye, which is hard to do through hard work. And again, I said it the last one, our leaders, like this guy, I thought it was one of his best games for us.
Was it important for you and the team to double down on what you did against Canterbury, which is regarded as your best win of the season?
It was important for us to not let that blindside us into thinking we're going better than we were, and having to prepare properly and then put on the field the way we wanted to play, which is a credit to the boys. I was talked about it. Through losing, you learn a lot, but through winning, you got to learn as well. And I thought we took some lessons from the Bulldogs game and put that into practice again today. And yeah, I was really proud of the guys' efforts today.
I know that people read too much into the ladder at times, but you look at the ladder today and you go, the Tigers can still make the top 8. It's after round 24. Are you are you excited about that scenario? As unlikely as some people might still see it.
Yeah, I don't want to sound blunt, but we haven't talked about that this week. It's all that matters is if we lose, we're done anyway. So we've got to go 1 week at a time and put everything into performing each week. But what I will say is the last couple of weeks we've found what works for us and our style and the way we need to play.
They're talking about, obviously being within a chance of making a mathematical chance to make it the top 8. Look, if, in all seriousness, we're not expecting to make the 8, but as you mentioned on Sunday night's show, the fact that we are any chance as opposed to getting to, in recent years, to May or June or July and being completely a write-off and wanting the season to end. Right now, I feel like we've got 3 games to go. I wish the season was longer.
Yeah, so do I now. And I wasn't exaggerating when I said our seasons have been over in May the last 3 years. They have. We've been a mathematical chance at the end of May, needing 12 wins out of 13 and results to go our way. At least now it's only 3 weeks of that stuff to have to worry about. But he said all the right things there. We've got to take it one game at a time. The fact that we came off the bye and won a game where our record was terrible. We hadn't won off the bye for 4 years. So that was another victory. But, we touched on it a little bit on Sunday night, but the fact that he said he's learning, like they're learning when they're winning as well as when they're losing. I hadn't heard that press conference when we did the show Sunday night, but having heard it yesterday and that clip now, he's saying all the right things, and we just look like a happy camp right now. And everyone knows what they're doing, and a couple of players have made a massive difference to that team. We're still not. I still don't think we've got the forward pack we want and the bench that we want. But even without that, there's a harmony there. There's a unity and there's a belief within the group that I just hope we just smash these next 3 games out really hard. And this week will be a big test. Not because I don't think it's a pressure game, and we'll talk about it later. But we've never handled expectation before. So this will be a true test this week. If we can just be cool with the expectation, prepare like we normally prepare, and hopefully get our first 3 in a row in, 7 years.
All right, I've also got some clips from today. So there was a presser today. I've got a bit of Jerome on that one as well.
A lot of areas of my game I need to work on, and Benji's been that guy for me to drive me in the right direction. He's been there, done it all. He's won golden boots and all the stuff like that. And he's a big part of why I'm here as well, to get better. And there's no better guy to learn off for me than Benji. So just going to keep on that.
As Rob just said, then the boys are really putting in and really playing for the coach. So obviously, it was only a few weeks ago was talk of should Benji see out the season. We're at the stage now where there's players that really want to play for him, and he's got a lot more time, Benji, and the fact that we've got high hopes for next year under Benji's reign.
Yeah, I think that question, should Benji see out this year, is completely and utterly moot now, and it probably was completely and utterly moot after we beat the Bulldogs, considering the hype around that game, the way we approached the game, and even the things he said after that game. And one of the criticisms of Benji throughout the year, and he's gotten it right, I think, on a few occasions now, is his use of the bench. And obviously, we talked about our bench for the Manly game in the preview last week, thinking it's really not a great bench, and Manly can really turn the game onto their terms when the 2 benches are on, because theirs is a lot better than what we had to offer. But the way they showed up, the way Benji used those rotations, I think worked really well. Keeping Appy on when Charlie came on, I think, is one of the really good choices that Benji made. Obviously, coming off the bye, Appy would have been a bit more rested. But and as for next year, right at this point in time, I genuinely feel like we are a solid chance at the top 8 next year. If the team can keep up this current form, if the new signing so far comes in and performs well, plus then potentially blokes like Taylor coming in off the back of a full preseason, more time at the club for Latu, Luai, Dewey, whatever that sort of combination looks like, there's more time for that to gel once everyone's back from their rep duties. And there probably will be a little bit more expectation around the club.
100%.
Like this week is the first week since the end of the 2021 season where we have not been a mathematical chance at any point in time of picking up the wooden spoon. So for that to be the first obstacle that we've ticked off, we've got a few more hoodoos to tick off. And once we get to the preview, I'll talk a little bit more about what those are and like tipping and stuff like that and what all that looks like. But at this stage, I think we could be a genuine chance of finals footy next year. I predicted us for finals this year. That may have been off the back of a little bit of peer pressure from some of the people in the Discord who told me I was sitting on the fence by having the Tigers in, I think 11th is where I originally had us.
Orange, black and gold coloured glasses as well.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of that as well. But I at first didn't want to think we'd make the 8 this year because I didn't want to put that sort of expectation on my opinion for the season. I didn't want to go into it with hope. That's probably been the main thing that's left me feeling so dejected a lot of the time after a lot of bad losses like we've had over the last few years. So I didn't want to go into the season with that, but I decided, you know what, screw it. I'll tip us for the 8. I'm not sure if we're going to make it, but I'll try not to have that sort of hope that I would normally have and just kind of ride the wave and see how it goes. And for the most part, I think that's pretty well how I've handled the season so far this year. But there is obviously a lot of talk about the Tigers can still mathematically make the 8 and what has to happen. And just a little bit of a spoiler, I'm going to try have a little bit of fun with you guys on that particular topic for Statsman later on.
Okay.
Just to see how close you both think we might get. So I'm not buying into that too much. I obviously I'm Statsman, so I mean I've been in and out of the Discord talking to people like my dad and my brother have been asking me the questions. Jay, who's here tonight, has been posting and commenting in the Discord on the things that need to happen as well. And while that's fun, we at any point over the last 3 seasons where we've been rock bottom for vast majority of the season, we've hardly seen a position on the ladder outside the top 4. Outside the bottom 4. We at any point over those 3 years, we would have given anything to be in the position where we're in now when we've got 3 rounds to go and still mathematically possible for finals. To be in that position now, I'm not taking it for granted, but obviously it does mean we've taken a lot of big strides. There's still a lot more to go, obviously, but as long as we can finish this season strong, whether or not we are playing finals week 1, hopefully our end to the season gives Benji, gives Appy, gives Jerome, gives the whole entire leadership and coaching staff optimism and belief about our chances next year with a few new recruits.
All right. Well, here's what Romy thinks about our future as the fellas put their headphones back on.
You took a risk coming to the Tigers straight. Do you feel now you're seeing the rewards for that risk?
In my performance or just the team?
Yeah.
I love this team. I'm right where I'm meant to be. And, I just want to keep helping people grow and just inspire. And that's why I love being here. I think I've got a big part to play within this team. And I think they love what I bring. So I feel really loved and appreciated here. And it's just the beginning for us.
Played this clip to us when we signed Romy early last year. So say it's late 2023 and you play that clip and it's Romy in Tigers colours saying how much he loves playing for the Tigers and playing for Benji and how much he wants to be here. I mean, it's like a dream, isn't it?
It is. And that first clip you played before that one, I think you kind of got the end of the question. So it was basically asking him, have you reached your ceiling yet? Can you improve? And he believes he can actually hasn't reached his peak yet.
That's the next.
So okay. Well, all right. Well, that's basically what he's alluding to. And look, he's doing a lot of stuff on the field now. We're starting to see some of those line break assists and things that we never saw before. I don't know if you're going to get into any of the tries tonight or not, but even the first try that we scored to Adam Dewey, that came off, Jerome almost making a break and getting a quick play the ball away. He's doing a lot of things in the team that don't count as stats. Like he won't have any involvement for that try officially on the stats, but if he doesn't get through the line almost and then get that quick play the ball, Adam doesn't score that try. And they're the things that people just aren't appreciating. I'm sure they see it, but they're not appreciating it. But again, he's got a big price tag on him. So, there are fans out there that say, well, we expect more from you. But I love him. I love how he talks. I love how he loves the team. I love how he loves the coach. He's the perfect guy to be our co-captain.
100%. Here he is, as Rob mentioned before, him talking about that he has not hit his peak yet.
I saw you doing extra stuff just with Benji at the end there. Like, you're developing your game still, that you've still got the standards you want to meet and get better?
Yeah, I'm just getting started, and then that's something I'm excited about. I'm 28 now, but I still feel good. Body's good, mind's fresh. Still feel like the young guy there sometimes, bringing energy and things like that. But like I said, when I'm enjoying myself, that's when I'm at my best. I've got a long way to go.
I wish I was 28 watching that, but yeah, he's got. Hopefully, we've got him. Obviously, we've got the whole get out clause sort of thing hanging over our head, but hopefully, he's here till he's in his mid-30s. But yeah, so the whole Cherry Evans discussion is going on at the moment. I believe he's the last player born in the 80s. I think
Cherry
I
Evans?
haven't checked this, so he's born in '89. I'm pretty sure he's the last
He's
player.
36.
I'm pretty sure he's the last.
He'd have to
player
be. I don't think there's anyone 35 or older.
I think there's a few. I think
that
Adam Reynolds is 1990. There's a couple of 90s. I'm pretty sure he's the last 80s.
I don't want to hear any
maybe.
more references to 1989, please.
Sorry.
Just keep that. Yeah, he can hurry up and retire. Yeah, let's
It just
go to
makes
the
me feel,
90s.
just as an 80s baby, it makes me
Yeah.
feel quite old. But yeah, on Jerome, yeah, obviously a lot of people were harsh on him at the start of the year. And it just, I don't know. Adam can get a lot of thanks for it because, as you guys again mentioning on Sunday night, that the Adam's controlling of the game and taking over a lot of the duties from Jerome. He was trying to just do too much at the start of the year, but just found that balance now that he's doing his thing. We're seeing that Panthers Jerome really coming out.
If you're really objective about this, we got it wrong with Jerome Luai in the sense that we thought we could bring him to the club and make him into the halfback and that general that we thought we needed on the field. And he's everything we want in terms of building a culture and making our club greater. But it's clear that he's not going to be the 7, whether it's Adam, whether it's Luai. We've even, like I said, it's not happening anymore, but we approached Adam Reynolds, earlier this year. So that move to have him be Batman, so to speak, on the field hasn't worked. But if he just does what he does as a 5'8" and enjoys himself and leads us to finals and beyond, in the next few years, I'm happy with that. But again, it's just obviously we've identified him to be a certain position. It didn't work out. And credit, I suppose, in a way that the club didn't just persevere with it when it wasn't working. So at least they've tried something else, and now we've found a formula. And Benji said it in that earlier clip. The last couple of weeks, they've learned a bit more from winning and who they are. So I think we're going forward. I mean, it's just like you said, it's just a shame that we just didn't have a few more competition points because the excitement would be fever pitch. But right now, I just want to totally focus on Cowboys at Leichhardt, be ready for that, and just hope a couple of results go our way this weekend.
All right, let's get into the player ratings. Shouts to everyone who submitted for the player ratings. So I just thought we talked about the game so much across the 2 podcasts on Sunday night that we'll just go straight to your ratings. We'll talk about the game, obviously, because that's where these ratings have come from. So some big numbers from the voters out there this week. So Dream Buller 7.8, Sonia Taruva 8.1, Taylor May 8.7, Stafford Toa 6.6, Joel Skelton 7.9, Jerome Luai and Adam Dewey. They were exactly tied on 8.6 over blah, 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 whatever it was. They got the exact same score, 8.6. And then I had to look because they were tied second. I had to work out who's got the bronze or the silver. Nothing to split them this week. Exactly the same across 50-odd votes. So Terrell May, 8.4. Api Coruscant, 7.8. Vanilla Bowl 8, 6.9. The Fainus, 8.2 each. So they've tied on 8.2 each. Twally, 7.9. Latu, 6.9. Royce Hunt, 6.4. Charlie Murray, 6.0. And Tony Suka, 5.8. So I got the team list right this week. There's no blanks. I didn't have any double ups. I got the form bang on this week. And thank you to everyone who submitted. We'll get to some ripper comments. You boys were, as I said last week, the boys read every single comment that you guys submit. So there's some great ones this week, which we'll get into as well. But any of those numbers, unders or overs, boys?
I think they're pretty spot on. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, I'd agree. There's a couple that I might raise like 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 maybe. But I mean, overall, I feel like they're pretty solid. I mean, mostly 8s and 7s across the board, with the bench being 6s and 5s, and there being just 2 players in the starting 13 who didn't score above a 7.0. So, I mean, really solid performance by basically the entire team this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's always harsh when someone a player gets injured. 6.6. I mean, he obviously went off of that shoulder injury. So people, Fanua Pole, 6.9 is, I mean,
that's maybe a bit high, to be honest.
Yeah, and I mean, if I got 69% in a test at school, I was pretty stoked. But 6.9 compared to the rest of the team.
Your teacher just would have been happy for you to show up to school and sit for the exam.
No, I was a good boy. I did all right at school. Yeah. I did all right. But yeah, Fanua Bole, like me at school, was just underperforming.
He's underperforming. Let's just get him through to the end of the year and worry about the off season from there.
Is it his body, do you think?
He may still be carrying something from that injury earlier in the season. I think once he's had some time to rehab it and to freshen up, and he can come into 2026 with a full head of steam, I think he'll be back to the Fanua Bole that we enjoy watching out there.
Someone that Tim Sheen's touted as the future Jason Taumalolo, who will be coming up against this week. I mean, he has taken the leaps and bounds that we had hoped. But look, he's still young. He's still learning. He's a good player. Players go through patches of form, good and bad. So hopefully he's
only 23, isn't he?
He's quite young, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason D in the comments says if he got a 69, he'd be stoked as well. I don't understand what he means. I don't know what he's talking about
very good, Jason. I didn't even think of
Latu also got a 6.9, funny enough.
Yeah.
Well, how do you guys think Latu is being used in this role with Adam at 7?
I love how he's being used. I said on Sunday night, I think it's the first time that Adam, Jerome, and Latu have been on the field together and didn't look like one of them was getting in the other person's way. So I love how they're using him. I love how he attacks the line. He runs hard. He tackles hard, Latu. He even had that no try off the slightly forward pass from Appy the other night where, he's just charging through like a prop forward, and he's meant to be the halfback. And, there's a lot of halfbacks in the competition that are quite precious. He's a team first guy, and he's a great player. And I think long term he will be our halfback, but right now I don't think he cares. Like that's what I love about this team right now. Everyone's being pretty selfless. There's no prima donnas in the team, and they're doing whatever it takes to get the win. And Benji's using the players in the right way now. He's putting them in their best spot, even if, we're questioning, well, why was Jerome at 7 at the start of the year when he shouldn't have been, and et cetera, et cetera. So all going very well, I think.
And I mean, Taylor May, 8.7, another man of the match performance according to the voters. Again, it's always on a scale. I guess we'll see what you guys voted for before. You could pick a number of players who were the best. In terms of the fan reaction videos, a lot of people were saying AD probably is our best player, number 1. But, I mean, Taylor May,
I think it's going to be hard for Taylor to top his game at Leichhardt Oval, that very first game. I mean, this was a great game from Taylor. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'd take that every week. But that first game he played at Leichhardt, that was absolutely sensational. I think that's his best performance in his very short time with us. In terms of expectations, I wanted him to come in and get some match fitness and get used to playing with the boys. But I cannot believe how he's hit the ground running. He's a beast.
He's unbelievable.
Without our preseason, and to slot into a team that, and like he'd been playing cup. So he literally just went in from game 1 and he just smashed it. So yeah, unbelievable player, and man, wow, it could have been so different if we had him a bit earlier in the year. If if he'd have been in a little bit of a better place mentally.
Yep. But yeah, all's well, ends well. We'll play some clips from Tiny and Terrell later on the show. 3, 2, 1. As what have you got this week? Who are your 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, so I gave my 1 to Sione Fainu. I think I've mentioned a few times that I felt a little bit stiff leaving him out of the votes, but I think he kind of made me actually really take notice this week. Yeah, he had a couple of, errors or problems throughout the game, but overall it was, I'd say, one of his best games so far as a Tiger. 2 I gave to Jerome Luai. I agree that it's his best performance in Tigers colours, and obviously the connection started to develop with him and the other 2 boys now. So I look forward to seeing how that continues to grow over these last 3 games and into next year. And funnily enough, I actually ended up giving my 3 points to Adam Dewey, despite getting home from this game and my dad telling me that he thinks AD was man of the match. I said to Dad, yeah, while I think AD was really, really good, I don't think he's going to be in my votes. But then throughout the early stages of the week, rewatching the game a couple of times, I kind of had to sit back and say, yeah, I think Adam's my man of the match now. So, because obviously when you're at the game, you're probably not seeing as much as you'd like. I was also down at the 30-meter line, the side that we weren't running towards in the first half. So I missed a lot of what was going down.
Your seats were pretty good.
Overall, it was pretty good. Yeah. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think most of the seats there were pretty good. And it was my first time at the newly done up stadium. But yeah, so back on Adam, 3 points again. I think absolutely stellar game. He's really taken this leading the team around on his shoulders. He's really lifted. We were worried that after he had re-signed that we might see a slight slump in form again, but he absolutely has not let off. And I think Benji mentioned that he spoke to Adam at some point after the re-signing and said, look, now you've re-signed, I still want to see you doing what you've been doing out there. And Adam took that personally, and yeah, he's performed absolutely out of his skin again.
Yep, he's basically Michael Jordan.
I gave my 1 point to Tariq May. He's carried that pack all year long. He's clearly the leader of our pack. Every time I think he's going to be running out of steam, and where's he going to summon the energy up for next week? He seems to bring it every week. So I had to give Tariq 1, even though a lot of his work goes unnoticed. I gave my 2 points to Tariq May. Another amazing game. He's made such a difference to our team, both Taylor and Adam. Well, Adam changing positions. They've made both the 7 and the left centre position so elite now. And my match day manny of the match is Adam Dewey. He hasn't missed a beat for about a month now. It was always going to be hard to top the Canterbury performance, but he went bloody close, and everyone keeps telling me he's not going to be consistent enough. He's not going to be able to do this every week, blah, 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 bullshit. He had one maybe poor game at halfback in round 5, whatever it was, round 7 against Parramatta. And ever since he's come back into the halves and taken the role as being the main man, he's just carried the team on his back. So absolutely thrilled how Adam is playing, and I just think it's laughable how the media was trying to beat up Adam and Benji having a fight and scuffle at training and all that. It's clear they're not getting on very well.
It's funny how the media's changed, because I listen and tune in and kind of fast forward to a few podcasts to kind of see what they're saying about the Tigers. They're not talking anything about the Tigers this week. It's all been about everything. They're all talking about Manly. The conversation's funny enough. When we're beating the Dogs, the whole conversation's turned to what's happened at the Dogs, and we beat Manly, and everyone's talking about Cherry Evans and what Manly and how shit Manly are.
After we beat the Cowboys, they'll be all what's going wrong with the Cowboys.
Next week it'll be Todd Payton's.
It's been about Manly. It's been about Manly and Seabold, and apparently Seabold's still going to be the coach next year because they've voted for him. And then we mentioned earlier how we did those 4 shorts with the claws out guys. Well, I saw Rothfield and Andrew Webster talking about Galvin, etc., and suddenly the talk about has Canterbury started going backwards because of Galvin and, Reid Marnie being dropped and Sexton being dropped. So that's why we ran with Galvin yesterday. Then that was just a fluke that we pre-recorded that. But we're out of the news. Even today, there's an article about Jason Riles. Like, everyone's been talking up Jason Riles, but they're all saying, well, is it really a lie?
Yeah.
That's what Adele was saying a few weeks ago that I disagreed with him. He goes, well, really, that's just copy and paste football there. Who are they actually beating? They're not really achieving much. And you kind of look back at the results now, and they really haven't done much. But I like the style that they play with. They just don't have the personnel, and they're not completing the way they need to, executing the way they should. But yeah, all the onus is on Parramatta, Canterbury, Manly, and yeah, we're getting some positive results, which is really good.
Based on your votes, Talau got the 3 points, and as I said, it was a complete tie between Jerome and Adam, which is really annoying because I have to give them 1.5 each. So when I had to make the graphic, I had to put in 0.5s. Just real.
You could have just given both of them a 2. I mean, would it really matter at this point?
Mathematically, they're getting the 2. There's 2 and 1 to give out, and you got to give them 1.5.
Wow.
You can't.
Josh is schooling Aaron in stats.
I know how it works, but neither of them are in the running for
giving out 6 points
for Player of the Year.
Give out 6 points. So based on that, Terrell, he's got a 15-point lead over Dream. Adam's edging towards the back end there. Do you guys, the end of season West Tigers Kelly Barnes Award, Tariq May had it lock. Could Adam win it?
No.
Too late?
Adam can be man of the match the next 3 weeks, and if it doesn't go to Tariq May from Jareem Buller,
it's a 3-2-1.
There's something wrong. Yeah, but Jareem, that's probably the first week we haven't had Jareem in the 3-2-1s. That's how well he's been going, and he did get injured a little bit, but I can't see Adam catching up. I mean, he did have some good games at centre.
Do you think Jareem will get it?
I think Tariq May will get it, and I think Jareem Buller will come second, and I'm not sure who would come third at this stage. I mean, but who would come third based on our numbers?
Adam.
Really?
Yeah, Adam's flying past Appy in a third. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, 44. He's only 23 behind.
Well, he's had some good defensive games at centres.
We're giving out 9 points at a time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you think Tito, a shot at coming third?
Tito's a shot, I suppose. He really doesn't. He had a couple
of
tough
to get points
on the weekend, which were very unlike him, but the rest of his game was really good.
All right, some of your best comments of this week, and Rob in our...
I forgot to print them out.
Group chat.
I was going to print out everyone's comments. They were good this week.
Is Az's screen big enough for your eyes?
I can read mine out, but I'm saying I was going to read every single comment out. I just loved them this week.
Yeah, they were very good. Chris said, after the first try, it never looked like losing. Even after they scored, I've never been so calm watching a game. We had time, good D, and excellent kick chase. Wasted some opportunities in the red zone, and that will have us punished against the better sides, but an amazing team performance. Really seeing the best from Luai and Adam next to him. An excellent injection of Latu. Super proud of the boys, and so much to build on for the rest of the season and into next year. As my slides move on, Cam B says, this looked like a team that are locked in and ready for the future. The players showed effort when we are used to seeing complacency and apathy, while the team as a whole looked like they played Benji and showed a little flair. Not always at the best time, but we won, so effort. As in fuck it. A top finish is more than possible and really make a statement leading into 2026. Next one is...
Shane's eagerly awaiting to see if his comment comes up.
No, I didn't pick Shane. I don't think Shane submitted this one. I didn't see him. Yeah,
really?
I didn't see his name
You were
pop
too
up.
busy signing autographs and stuff.
The Tiger Kids podcast. Shout out to the Tiger Kids podcast.
How good are they going?
Did you see them on the
I saw them on the
video?
clip. Yeah, how good were they?
They blew me away how good they are. They're going to
rugby league like you there, let me tell you.
They were fantastic. Their comment submitted is, normally even with 10 minutes ago we were worried, but today it felt like we were always going to win. Maybe this is what it's like to follow a team that wins. We also ticked the West Tigers live post-match reaction appearance off our podcast bucket list. Go Tigers.
Well, make sure when they write in, you give them a little plug every week. We'll read out your comments every week, boys. Keep writing in.
Win, not a draw. Actually, play them audio clips of them, but that's all right. Yeah.
So, they one up you there.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right.
Well, you know what? We're going to get him into the studio. Get that up your win.
We'll get him into the pub.
Yeah, win, learn. No, we're going to give you the buy, win, learn, or draw.
When they turn 18, we're going to buy them their first beer.
Yeah.
when we win the
We'll sign them up. We'll contract them.
Brado says, another great effort after being asleep to begin the game. A lot of commentary about Manly's poor attack. However, I thought our scramble defence never got the credit it deserved. Luai was excellent along with Talau May, and a host of others. Where are all the Benji, Appy, and Luai haters now? We are winning. Where are all the supporters? I thought Talau de Silva leaving was the end of the world. Fair enough. Righto. Who picked a winner of the $20 Orange Grove voucher? Actually, Terry messaged me that he has a couple of tickets to give away. So Steve-O, or who was the other winner?
Billy Smythe.
The first one to DM me hearing this, you can pick up 2 free tickets to Sunday from the Orange Grove Hotel.
I can't get one each.
I guess so. We could split them, couldn't we?
I think that'd be.
Okay, one each.
Give me a ticket each.
If they want one each, all right.
Yeah.
You get a free ticket. The general admission, so they can just buy their mates. Another one. Right. So you guys get a free ticket to West Tigers v Cowboys on Sunday. You just got to pick it up from the Orange Grove Hotel. I'll give them your name. Actually, I shouldn't have said that, should I? Because everyone's going to say, "I'm Steve-O. I'm Steve-O."
Well, you'll have their email address.
What's that movie? I don't
know. You just reminded me of Oprah. But
what am I thinking of?
You get a prize.
Yeah. What do they say in that movie? I'm Spartacus. That's it. That's what I was trying to get out. Thank you. So Steve-O, who's Steve-O?
Yeah, I picked Steve-O, and they were all great comments. The best way to gauge how the Tigers are progressing is that they were far from perfect, but were easily the better team. Players are finding some stability with themselves and their style of play. Luai is starting to reproduce the form he had at Penrith, and the Tigers are benefiting from his experience. So I thought that was well summed up.
And well read too. You might get on the May Day podcast.
Beautiful.
With that beautiful reading.
Actual?
Who picked Steve-O? Obviously it was you, It wasn't me.
No, I picked Steve-O.
Oh, sorry, Billy Smith. Billy Smith.
Now, your options are me, or me. So we'll go with me.
By process of elimination.
All right. Billy said, good night, Manly. Hello, Tigers fans. Our plan is starting to stick. Thought the boys played really well today. And when we were on our defensive line, we really stuck together as a unit. Well done, Benji Marshall, for believing in this squad and where we've come so far. Huge improvement on last year. I think we can win 2 out of our next 3, and that is a great season ending. Looking forward to next year. Love your work, boys. See you later.
Well done there. Righto, moving on to... these slides. All right. We were supposed to have a special... I haven't sent him a link. Can you send our friend the link? I was wondering why he's not sitting in the room, because I haven't sent him the link. Please send our mate up there in North Queensland the link, and we'll chat to him as the boys head to Leichhardt Oval Sunday, 4:00. Roberto, you going to this one?
I am going to this one. Going with my son and his girlfriend and their family. So I'll be somewhere out on the hillside of the ground. So yeah,
with
anyone
people.
Says hello, come and say hello to us, and hopefully it's not raining.
It's better clear up, I think.
We've got a 6:00 finish. We're going to do some post-game reactions. Got to get home and get changed and get up to mic'd up studios by 7:30. So
busy man.
It's going to be a very quick finish for me, I hope.
That's what she said. We will be outside the gate, Mary Street, as we usually are after the game. So please come find us, as we'll have the nice bright light. Just walk towards the light, my son. As he sends off, righto, what are your predictions for Sunday?
For this Sunday? Okay, well, so we'll preview the game before we get him.
Let's get your thoughts and we'll get his thoughts.
I don't want to upset the people, okay, because the people think I'm a jinx.
Here we go.
Okay, they think I'm a jinx. They say, look, we won the other day because you didn't go to the game. So all you people that said we won because I didn't go to the game, get stuffed. I've been to 2 Leichhardt games this year. We won. I've been to 2 Leichhardt games last year. We won. So I'm going this week. I'm tipping the Tigers to win this week. I think the Cowboys have enough attack to hurt us, but the Cowboys actually played quite poorly the other day. I don't think they'll do it again, but just to give you an example of how badly they played, They made 23 errors against the Newcastle Knights on Sunday. That is the highest amount of errors any NRL team has made in the last 3 years.
Wow.
Now, you can look at it two ways, that
man.
they were good enough to overcome it, or that the Knights were too bad to overcome it. Or you can also look at it, like I just said earlier, that they're not going to play that bad again and they might have less errors. But I think at home, given the occasion, given the 20-year celebration, I don't think it'll be easy.
What could go wrong?
I don't think it'll be easy. I don't know what the conditions are going to be like, and they've got enough points in them, the Cowboys, to hurt us. But we're just hungry Tigers. Our claws are out. It's going to be a packed Leichhardt crowd, and we're going to get to having a sniff with 2 weeks to go, and that's all I want. That's
the thing too. If we were mathematically, to use that term again, out of it, I would be a little bit worried. But the fact that boys, this is that bit of motivation, the Leichhardt crowd behind them, and a lot of the players, it's still only one of their first time. Like Talau May, it's his second crack at Leichhardt. Jerome's his fourth game at three. We only have three.
The one worry Josh is going to be is I don't know how Stafford is going to play. And Naden played fantastically well against Canterbury, but we played, as Eddie Otto said, in swimming pool conditions. I don't know if it's going to be that wet on the weekend. He's got a real hard task if he does come into the team to handle Purdue, who plays really good football at left centre. He's got a great footwork on him. So that is a weakness. But I mean, to be fair, Toa hasn't been playing that great the last couple of months, but we all know the Stafford Toa we get when we play the Cowboys. So he turns into Superman pretty much.
Were you surprised Macassini wasn't named?
I was surprised because, again, I don't know too much about Tariq May. Like, I know he's a left-sided player, but I thought it might have been a chance to put Macassini in at left centre and move Taylor to the right. But the fact that he's not on the extended bench means there was never a chance. I mean, there's a chance that Mapapalangi, that's him. So he might come in. He's played a little bit of centre and 5'8" in Cup. So there's a chance that might happen. But, again, Benji's going to get criticised if he doesn't play Naden, because Naden played so well against Canterbury. And that was, marking Bronson Cherry, who's a little bit of a different player. Bronson Cherry's doesn't have a massive step. He's more a big frame, where I think Purdue's just a little bit more fleet-footed. And yeah, I'm just a bit worried about Naden's defence. But the good thing is now, Josh, we've got some points in us. And if the Cowboys, make some errors, I think we'll capitalise on it. So
yeah, Stafford told there's no way surely he's not playing. Like you said, I think Naden's a pretty simple.
That was a pretty innocuous injury. Like the way he went down, he just landed on his left shoulder. It didn't look really like he fell hard or anything. And but I like the fact that Benji. I think Benji's naming him and just
put him on ice the rest of the season.
Yeah, but why do we have to let everyone know what our makeup's going to be? Let them guess who we're going to play at centre, or what if we're going to we're going to juggle things. So just hope all the fans realise this game is not sold out. So if you're thinking about going to the game.
I thought for sure it would have been sold out.
So did I, but
I guess the rain's probably.
Well, I didn't think we could get tickets, and my son rang yesterday, and we got 5 tickets. I mean, not grandstand tickets, obviously, but there's plenty of seating available. So don't think that you can't get tickets. And it's the last time you can get out to Leichhardt to support the boys. So last home game of the year. So let's finish it with a bang, and it's just good that the boys are starting to win now and forming some really good habits, and hopefully they just get used to winning, and then we just keep winning.
Roll on.
Yeah.
Roll on. The fact that the team list is exactly the same as last week and pretty similar to the game before. I mean, consistency, you think about the first half of the year, how many different numbers, different guys were wearing on their backs.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Benji's, I mean, it's easy when you're winning, win a game, you kind of pick and stick. But do you think Benji's he's had enough of experimenting. He's found who goes where.
I don't know if he's had enough of experimenting. By his own admission in the press conference, he feels like they've come across like what they need to do every week, how they need to prepare, what they're about and how they want to play their footy. So I don't want to be the guy that, just changes his opinion on a coach because things have turned around in the last month. But the one thing Benji is, he's totally honest. Like, he just doesn't seem to lie in those press conferences. If he'll know what he'll say when the blame's on him, but that admission of saying, like, I've learned more about our team and we're learning more about ourselves, that's basically saying that we really didn't know who we were a few months ago. So it's good that he can work that out, and he's going to improve as a coach. But yeah, look, things are really looking on the up, and it's crazy to say when you've only won 2 games in a row. Like, it's not often that teams win 3 games in a row or more. Not every team's done that this year, obviously, because some people are up, some people are down. 12 of the other teams have won 3 games in a row or more.
But you're coming with all the stats tonight,
mate. You've got to prepare for these shows, mate. That's why people watch us.
That's it.
So, So we're one of 4 teams: St George, Parramatta, Newcastle, and the Gold Coast, and us. We're the only teams that haven't won three games in a row this year. So hopefully we get off that and we become the 13th team to win 3 in a row.
That's it's a hell of a stat, and it's very apt because all those teams are below us on the ladder.
Well, it's funny, like St George are really close to us, and they haven't won 3 in a row.
Are they above? No, they're just below us.
Yeah, we just jumped ahead of them this weekend. But if they level up with us, they've got a better for and against.
Emmanuel in the comments asked, when's everyone meeting at the OG on Sunday? Shane, boys, OG on Sunday. Emmanuel's asked, what time are you guys getting the OG? 12?
Yeah, like get here early because it's going to be absolutely packed.
Big sesh, yeah. The guys here reckon people get here very early.
Yep.
So
come in and get a feed. And we'll go to
meet the boys,
exactly.
Get an autograph from Shane. Photo. Not in the toilets.
They might need to,
out of the
with
toilets.
all the people here, they might need bodyguards for Shane this week. Like, especially when you go to the men's room, Shane.
It's going to be a good running joke for a while.
Fun. Yeah, we'll keep.
Until we get cancelled. As thoughts on the game, how's our mate?
I've emailed him, and because it's just a link that I've sent him. I've also sent him a DM on Twitter to let him know that I've sent it. So hopefully he sees it and he can join in. But yeah, so my thoughts on the game. I feel surprisingly confident this week, and I can't say I felt surprisingly confident or even remotely confident in quite some time. Obviously, we've got a lot of potential hoodoos to try and break this week. It's a game where we're wearing a unique jersey. It's a game where we're trying to win 3 in a row. It's a game where we're hoping it'll be sold out by the time the game gets here. It's a milestone game for Jerome's 150th. There's just a lot of expectation on this game, and recently we have not lived up to expectation when there's been some. We're favourites as well going into it, and traditionally we don't do well when we're a favourite. But in saying that, we've got a very different team this time around to what we've used to had. We've won 2 in a row a couple of times this year, and our third game where we've tried to go for the 3 often just hasn't fallen in our favour. For example, the Broncos, we had them in round 5. We were coming off the back of 2 wins for that. The Storm, we had them.
We did.
We were coming off the back of 2 in a row there as well, and just didn't live up to either occasion. But I think given the form for the team, given how they're going, given the fact that the leaders around the club are putting in a big shift now and turning things around in more ways than one, we're a much better team now than we were earlier in the season when we had the Galvin drama, the De Silva drama. I can't believe I'm saying this, and I haven't done it for a long time, but I'm going Tigers 13+ this week. I'm backing the boys in. I'm backing them in.
It's weird. I shouldn't. I feel like an idiot for feeling this way, but you can't change how you feel. I just feel like we're in. I just think the Cowboys, their season's done. The coach's job's up in the air. They're on the road.
38-4 is not a bad win though. Like, it's not like they just got touched up. They've had a big win at home.
Their big game to end their season is next week because they've got the bye in the final round. So next week is their final game. They've basically got their 2005 and their 2015 grand finals, or the memories of those grand finals back to back.
Yeah, right.
Because they play the Broncos at home next week. They're wearing a actually really sick looking jersey for it.
The glow in the dark.
The Northern Lights one, which I think is actually really friggin'
Aurora
cool.
Borealis.
Entirely within North Queensland. So like that's their big game for the season. Even they can't make finals, obviously, but that's the big game for them. So not really sure what to expect from them this week, but I think we've got it in the tank to kind of take it to them. It's also been a while since their second bye, so they might get to the point now where they're starting to run on fumes. Well, we've just had our third, so
did you say they got the bye last round?
Yes.
Okay, so they got the early Mad Monday this year. Just looking at the team, it's a good looking team, Rob. Why are these guys not doing better on the table?
There's just something missing. I don't know if they're not playing for Peyton or whatever, but you look at all the Origin players they've got in the team. They really don't have too many outs. I mean, obviously they've been missing Lukey all year. Cohen Hess came into a bit of form. He got injured a couple of weeks ago, but they've still got a really decent forward pack. They got a pretty hot back line in general. They got an injury or two in the centres. They keep mucking around with their centres a little bit, but like we've got to watch Drinkwater. We've got to watch Purdue. Dearden, like he's just a one-trick pony. It's just that show and go all night. If anyone falls for his dummy, they should be shot on the spot. Seriously, like just do not fall for Tom Dearden's dummy this week.
And John Bateman's niggling.
Yeah, look, I actually think Bateman will be up for the game, but he's a liability. I mean, he scored a try against us last time when we played up there. But look, it's just up to our backs to set the platform. If we can do that, I think we're a big chance. But yeah, Nanai is always a threat, especially from the high ball. Besides his offloading game, he's a great runner of the ball. They've got enough there to hurt us, but we're coming off the back of beating Canterbury and a team that was on the verge of the 8 in Manly. I know Manly lost a few games in a row, but they'd beaten the Storm a month ago. So, look, it's there for us to win, but I think I love how Benji's talking in the press conference. Everyone seems to be pretty level-headed. The only people getting really excitable are us, because we don't win 2 in a row too often. We've got a chance of winning 3. So let's just get out and enjoy it, guys. And like I said, hopefully, the Roosters get 4 players sent to the sin bin this week against Parramatta and go down and we beat them. And I'll tell you what, if we've got any hope of making the finals, the forward pack will show up against Canberra. And we nearly took it to Canberra at Campbelltown. So I think, someone said it last night on, I think it was 360. It might have been Crawley. I don't often agree with, but he was actually agreeing with me because when we had the Riccio podcast, I said Canberra can score points, but they leak points. So if we can defend, which we can do, Canberra can leak points. But anyway, I'm just getting ahead of ourselves. Let's just beat the Cowboys, man, and worry about Canberra next week.
One of the things I think at the moment for the fan base in particular, we have a lot of these mental hurdles that are preventing us from wanting to be optimistic or positive potentially about the next season. But if we can start knocking over some of these hoodoos, for example, the not winning 3 in a row since 2018, if we can knock that over this weekend, that I think helps the fan base as a whole get another step closer to potentially being a bit more optimistic about 2026. So the more the fan base believes based on what the team put up for us in this last 3 games for the season, whether or not we make finals this year, I think, even if we come close, even if we win 2 and get, say, 5 out of the 6 that we need to go our way, and we miss out by 2 points in for and against, which is probably a lot more than what any of us could have expected this time last year for this season. If the team give us a reason to get over some of these mental hurdles we've got, the fan base morale will be really high throughout the off season going into next year. And I think, like you, Josh, we want this season to be a bit longer, but I think we'll want the off season to just fly by.
Yep, for sure. It's going to be a long off season, that's for sure.
But it doesn't matter what we think; it matters what they think. They've got to get over those hurdles, because then let's hope we're in a position next year when we've won 5 out of our first 6 games. And then everyone says, are the wheels going to fall apart? Can the Tigers actually make it to the finals? All these questions will be thrown at us next year, even if we're doing well. So let's just stay in the moment, play week by week. Yeah, it'd be great for the fans to have hope, Aaron, but if they're doing well, we'll just build off that our hope will come off the boys, doing what they're doing. But yeah, I think whether we believe or not isn't the issue. It's just up to the group to actually start seeing some results from their hard work.
I believe. Well, I'm going off just vibes of watching them, just seeing them up close, and the body language, and just I don't know. It's the vibe. It's Marbo.
We're not playing like, I don't think we, like Gary said, we played like our best performance in 5 years the other day. I don't agree with that. I saw a lot of mistakes. I saw drop bombs. I saw a little bit of stuff that didn't go right, but we're just overcoming that. And the one comment that everyone was telling me, because I didn't go to the game, but the one comment I got from people I know, text messages, watching social media, even guys like Shane, I never felt so comfortable during the game. I knew we were going to win from a long way out, where when we were playing Canterbury, we're looking at the clock and thinking, can they score 3 times in 10 minutes or whatever the case may be? But a lot of supporters that went there just felt really confident after 20 minutes that this was our day and we're not going to lose. And there's not many times we feel like that. Did you feel that?
No, I did not.
You're a stats man. You're very statistical.
I did not feel confident until we went 20 points up with that penalty goal. At that point, there was 8 minutes left. They needed 3 tries at that point, 3 converted tries to level it up at that point. I thought it was doable if they got their crap together. But once we got that penalty goal, that was when I finally relaxed.
I can't. I don't know if I mentioned this on air or before we went on air. So I was sitting about 4 rows back from Jake Turbo and the Manly bench, and he was riding like all the emotions. And
he's a true man, isn't he?
But when Tommy Talau stuffed that try up, he just literally turned around in his seat, turned around in his seat, and just like kind of went into his hand, and I was just like,
but
we're not losing. I
just
thought straight away, but I just thought we're not losing this.
Double butchered.
We're not losing this.
Before the play the ball, whoever got the ball off the spilt bomb from our guys, could have passed it to two blokes either side of him, tried to score himself, and then Talau was just a stupid hog.
Yeah,
like that was just awful.
I said to the guy sitting next to me, who riding the waves of that game with, that's probably one of the biggest get out of jail free cards we could ever have been given as a club, because it was such a Tigers thing to do, to give them a chance to get back into the game by obviously the 2 guys at the back not communicating and running into each other and spilling the ball and giving them another full set. And then for Tommy to do that, like massive get out of jail free card. Massive.
And there was one, we didn't read out the comments tonight, Josh, but one of those comments that came through with the player ratings, someone said, when have we ever had a situation like that where we drop the ball cold and then somehow we hold them out? Like, even though it was a double move, there's still that effort from everyone to get back, and we never make those plays. Like generally the team scores on the next tackle, or even instantly before they get tackled. So this is just a little bit of a different sort of resilience.
I can read that one out if you like.
If you find it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
It was Brendan McGugan who says, the play that proves that the club are turning around and that Benji is doing the right thing is when Buller and Tito collide and Buller drops the ball, Manly pick the ball up and they make the tackle. Jerome gets back to the line to make another try-saving tackle that turns into a double movement, and then off that penalty we score. I don't believe we have made that type of play in the last 10 years.
So there you go, Brendan. We read all your comments, mate. Thank you, Brendan McGugan.
Not that Brendan.
No, not that Brendan.
You looked at that.
I'm looking at the camera, mate. Like,
oh, right. Brendan's right behind.
Telephone, though.
Right. Okay, not that Brendan. Righto, let's go through other grades. The Maggies are playing at Lidcombe Oval on Saturday, and Shane tells me it is Old Boys Day at Lidcombe Oval. So if you love your old Maggies, get out to Lidcombe as they are playing the Doggies. Who'd you say was going, Shane?
You going, Shane?
Who's going to be there? John Elias, Trevor Cogger.
Alan Fowler.
Alan Fowler
was a hooker, wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah. John Cogger. Brett Clark.
I don't know any of those names, but
is he any relation to Bruce Clark?
They were pretty good.
No relation.
Heaps. Too many to name. Too many to think of. So get out. Support the Maggies. I've got the flag up there. So flag are playing at 12 at Lidcombe Oval, and the Maggies are playing, I assume, at 2, as my slides are so slow. 2:15 on Saturday. So bit of an entree for Sunday. Get out to Lidcombe Oval. How was that? Leichhardt Sunday, Lidcombe Saturday. The Maggies are coming home strong, 42-24 win over the Rabbitohs at Redfern Oval last week. They're up to 8th. Are they a mathematical chance? Because
it's top 5, so no, they're out.
They're okay.
We had everyone winning on the weekend, didn't we?
Actually, no, it's Jersey.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, we won NRL Cup, Flag, NRLW, and Harvey Norman. And sorry, it was 7 because Massey, Right Eastwood also won in Massey and Sydney Cup as well. So unbelievable weekend last weekend. Jersey Flag, they got up to, so I believe it's a top 5 for Flag.
Yep.
They might get down to if Canberra keep losing and they keep winning. Are they a mathematical chance to beat?
No. So the gap there is 5 points, and there's 2 rounds left, I believe.
Oh, they finish a week early.
I think so.
Oh, damn. Okay, man, coming home. All our teams coming home strong. It's just the
too little, too late.
42-6 win over the Rabbitohs last week, and yeah, they're playing the Doggies as well on Saturday at Lidcombe. As for our girls, brought to you by Matchday Manny. They got a win as well. So NRLW got a win 16-12 over the Dragons, and Harvey Norman. What's the full name? Harvey Norman, New South Wales
Premiership.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. 34-10 over the Dragons as well. The girls are playing after the boys.
Correct.
On
Yes.
Sunday. So if you head to Leichhardt, you can stick around and watch the girls play the Cows and the Cowgirls. Harvey Norman. So you get a triple header at Lidcombe. So it's Harvey Norman girls, Jersey Flag, and Cup back to back.
Oh, Shane's going to be thrilled with that.
You get in there early, Shane, to watch the girls
games, mate.
Got a coach. But give us our match day Manny match report for the NRLW.
I was thinking earlier when Rob was saying match day Manny, man of the match. I'm like,
it's match day Manny of the match.
Oh, match day Manny of the match.
We're making it so it's Manny of the match.
Okay, well,
I was like our sponsors.
I was thinking, try saying that 5 times fast. You might have a bit of a hard time.
So who was your match day Manny of the match, or womany of the match?
So I'll be the first to admit I didn't really give us too much of a chance going into this one. The Dragons were one of the teams down a little lower on the ladder. We obviously down really low, and before our game even started, we had been knocked down to last because the Raiders had gotten a big upset win over the Warriors. Just even after the Warriors had 2 players sent off for probably about 2/3 of the game, I'd say. In saying that, really good performance by the girls. They got off to a really quick start. We scored a try in the 3rd or 4th minute, I think it was. We then had one of the Southwell girls, whichever one is at the Dragons, I forget which one, who sent to the sin bin for a dangerous tackle where we had a player dumped on the ground almost head first. And from there, we sort of got a little bit into a grind with them after we scored another try, and then we got into a grind with them not long after the Southwell sister came back on. Actually, no, she didn't come back on because she failed her HIA. But once they went back to 13, they scored not long later. And throughout the entirety of the game, was really worried that the Dragons could make a comeback at any time because, for the most part, they were just making meters at will through our pack. But a lot of our stalwarts, like Kezi Apps, Sarah Togatuki, really tried to guide the team home, particularly through the second half. Kezi in particular, really good run to set up our 3rd try of the game through Jatea Faifua, who went out in the corner. Kezi with a 30 to 40 meter run could almost have...
Hannah Southwell.
Hannah.
I was looking it up for you.
Could almost have palmed off Tegan Berry if she wanted to. Didn't quite manage to successfully do it. But yeah, play the ball later, and Jatea's over in the corner for her 2nd try. So she scored a double. Some of our younger, less experienced players really stepped up this game as well. Caitlin Turnbull in particular, I thought, who's been playing wing so far this season, played fullback in this game, and I thought she was brilliant. Jateo, who I just mentioned, she's been playing fullback and was thrown into 5'8" and also had a really good game. Portia Burke, the new signing,
the old 9/11,
was named in the centres originally, but after Montana Clifford was ruled out, she moved into the starting second row, and I'm pretty sure she saw out the whole game. I paid attention to her because I wanted to see what she was like, and really good defensively. Not quite as good as Montana, who she was replacing. But a lot of the Dragons meters in particular came down our wings. So we were still a little bit brittle and fragile, especially down the outside of the field. But I mean, overall, considering we got out to a 10-point lead and the Dragons had a lot of possession with the ball late in the game, they scored a try to make it 16-12. I think there might have been about 14 or 15 minutes left at this point. I questioned the try itself because it looked like a knock-on the last tackle then it was knocked on by us after that. So it was, for some reason, deemed by the referee to be another full set. And even after the full-time siren, the Dragons were awarded another penalty, so we weren't out of the woods at that point either. And unfortunately for us, they kicked it after a bit of passing straight to Turnbull, who went to ground with it, and we hung on for the win. So I was really happy for the girls to see them get their first win of the season. You could see on the field, you can see on the bench, on the sideline, what it meant to them. A lot of hard work goes into a season, and to go 0-6 to start the year would be really.
The photos on Instagram were so good. Did you see the photos?
Yes, I did.
On the socials?
And then the team
photo
song
of Kezi,
as well.
Like the emotion of Kezi in that photo is just unreal. So it was really good.
Videos as well.
Girl.
Salah was out there giving everyone hugs and high fives and pats on the back, and it was a really good atmosphere to see. I was so happy for them. They went down and got a team photo in front of the fans who were already in the ground over near
Did you get in it?
No, because it was down the other side near their tunnel.
Because we picked the wrong side for us.
You picked the wrong side, and I copied you. So,
well, if your mate jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge?
Maybe. Depends on what bridge.
Righto, getting on to our tips for the week. I've got to put my tips up there, but I promise I won't lie about who I tipped. But as I bring up, the Rabbitohs are playing
Dragons.
Why am I showing? Come on. NRL website. You guys are going Rabbits. I've gone Dragons this one. I feel like, I don't know. Where's this one at? It's at a core.
This is another really hard weekend.
Yeah, it's really hard.
So many teams are going to be like.
Rabbitohs are favourites, I guess.
They're close games. No, Hamish Stewart, I think, is the second rower. He's out for the year.
The
second rower for St George.
In saying that,
they're playing better than South, but I don't know. I just can't get myself to tips.
The Rabbits have Kaloa Matangi back as well, and that's a big in.
It is, and I thought Latrell was going to be back, but he's not. How good was Dry Gray last week? Oh my God!
Yeah,
he saved like 3 tries that were ridiculous. I've tipped South, but I think St George got more points in him. It's a bit of a weird one, but
Panthers, Raiders. Yeah, we've all gone Panthers in this one. They're favourites, but this is in Mudgee, so no home ground advantage for the Panthers. So, how far is Mudgee from Canberra? How far does that drive? Is it closer than Sydney, Mudgee?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it's directly north, isn't it? I have to Google that.
Mudgee's north of like Lithgow, Bathurst, so it'd probably be a decent trip from Canberra.
Pretty long drive. Either way, I think Panthers, but I feel like Canberra might pack it in a little bit to the end of the season. Hopefully next week.
I don't know. I just stupid theory. I just think Canberra don't lose 2 in a row now.
Is the top 2 locked up?
No, it's not even close.
Okay. I'll win this one, Canberra, then put the
all my tips, 0 confidence, but I'm tipping Penrith.
Remember 2005, speaking of 2005, last 2 games of the year.
We got pumped by Melbourne
Yeah.
and Penrith. Absolutely pumped.
So Canberra, you don't need to win your last 2 games of the year if
But
you want to
they
win the
might
premiership.
They might want the minor premiership. They actually might want to finish second and avoid
Nah, you
Penrith.
don't need
Should
it.
Penrith finish fourth.
Just rest you guys next week. It's fine.
Don't need to rest anyone. We just need to show up.
Storm Doggies. So stat I worked out this week. We're full of stats this week. If the Bulldogs lose this game against the Storm, Lachlan Galvin will be 5-5 as a Bulldog, and he was 5-5 as a Tiger this year. So he would have got 0 improvement by going from the team basically running last to the team running first. So good stat.
I think that's pretty
Is that a
good.
good one.
I also think that Rob's prediction of Dogs to win the grand final is dead in the water, considering they just have not lived up to the
diss my
expectation.
tips.
I'm dissing your tip.
You tipped fucking Brisbane or something, didn't you? Like, who did you tip?
No, I
Tipped
tipped
Brisbane
the
or
Storm.
Melbourne?
I tipped
Yeah,
the Storm.
Melbourne aren't there yet.
We'll dig up, actually, last episode of the year, we'll dig up.
You're
the
writing
season
off a team
predictions.
that's in the top 4 that's going to beat Penrith on Melbourne on what, Friday night or Saturday night?
Not happening. I tell you what though, if you're sitting back and watching the footy this Friday, grab your popcorn and strap in, because this is a hell of a doubleheader.
Yeah,
Strap it on.
It's a massive doubleheader.
It is. No, I expect Canterbury to bounce back, but they are in a slump.
And then get the popcorn, Manly v Dolphins on
Now, we want Manly, don't we?
We do.
Yeah,
we do
Yeah,
want Manly.
Wow.
Dolphins. Yeah, we need Dolphins.
They're both a bit battered, but
In saying that, Cherry Evans 350. I think Manly lift.
Yeah,
Do they?
I think
Manly left.
his
did you
team.
see
I think
a
they
couple
give
of
two
attempted,
fucks about Daly
plays on
Cherry
the weekend. They were pretty poor.
I did, but this is a massive milestone, and he's only the 5th player to reach it.
I don't think his
So-
teammates care. I think they're out on him.
Get on the double draws this weekend. I reckon there's going to be 2 extra time games.
Can you
I don't know
back
which
that?
one. Yeah, you can
What-
multi them into each other.
Like in specific games, we can say there will be
Just
2 draws.
margin for the like normal full time.
Okay.
You're like $17.
For this
$18.
particular game.
Any of them. Like,
Okay.
just multi them up, like just for a couple of bucks.
All right.
Might cost you $30 or something like that.
All right.
Depending how many combos you do.
Bet responsibly. Yeah, I've gone.
I'm sure you won't
Finns.
resist.
I'll be on it straight after we get off air. Manly, yeah, you guys are going Manly. I'm going Finns this one. Manly, they're cooked.
I know that. Like, honestly, I could have all my tips. I could have gone the other team this week, but you're
Yeah.
right. The Finns are playing better. They're just a little bit decimated with injury.
I think they're good value.
Missing some
$2.
forwards there. Herbie Farnworth still a massive out.
Mm.
But yeah, you're right. Manly. Have
I
sucked.
just think mentally,
And who did Manly lose? They lost what's his name? Ruben Garrick. He's gone.
Yeah.
They've already lost Olakawadu.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they're struggling.
Jake Durbo.
What's wrong with Tom Trebojevic? He's like moving like me right now.
Mm.
Like some of the breaks we made, he just stands still. Like he looks like he's been, freeze frame. Just awful.
In saying that, go Manly.
I think I'm going to change my tip now. Oh no, that's why I tip Manly, because we need Manly to win. Come on, Manly, you can do it. Let's go.
Titans Warriors. You've gone Titans in this
Yeah.
one.
The
Warriors
Warriors,
are cool. They are
Warriors
cool.
were
How are they still in the
shit.
top 4?
They were absolutely shit. I'm actually confident of this one because the Warriors should never have beaten the Dragons. The Dragons lost 3 forwards in the first half. They kept tripping over their own shoelaces, the Warriors, and they end up falling over the line with about 5 minutes left.
Mm.
They are absolutely woeful, and so are the Titans, but the Titans will win.
They're at home, so
Does that mean you
can
think
they
the
avoid the
Knights?
spoon? The Titans?
Yeah, so their for and against is 1 point worse than the Knights. So if the Titans win one game and their other 2 losing margins aren't dreadful, and the Knights don't win any, then the Knights finish with the spoon.
The Titans are playing the lower. They're not playing anyone in the top 8, so they're playing. They're playing Warriors obviously, but then they're playing South, I think, and then
No, they're playing Dolphins next week.
Dolphins next week.
And then
And they
us
got
to
us
finish,
last
yeah.
round
Yeah.
on the Saturday.
That's gonna be good.
What about the Knights?
Finale,
Their
Orange
run home
Grove.
for
They got
potentially for the
Brisbane.
spoon. They've got Brisbane this week. They've got the Eels in the last round, and I think they got the Sharks next week.
You boys gonna come to Orange Grove last game of the year? Titans. Let's make that one a good one. Hopefully we have our.
I might not be here for that one. Don't know.
What about the Canberra game?
That too. Yeah, we'll be there both. I was just saying the last game of the year. Let's make the last one a good one.
If we're still a mathematical hope, I'll be in Canberra next week. I'm going.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
doing the trip.
If we're a mathematical hope, going into the final round, I will drag myself here if I have to.
You're going drag?
No,
We
because
put some
my hospital
match day
trip.
Manny nails
Right.
as well. You want some-
My hospital trip. You remember
that's
that
right,
one?
he's not- yeah, that's right. He's not
the
here for
final
one
the
of
final
weeks.
week of the season. But I, if we are a mathematical chance going into that game,
There you go. Well, as
I will
Hoff's
drag
agent,
myself in.
Hoff, you want in? You want in when Aaron's off? Okay, we got the Hoff coming.
we can get a bus and we're driving to Canberra. You can stand on the top and
We'll
have
get
a
our people to
big
talk
towel
to your
behind you.
people.
no, go
We'll
to
set up.
Canberra. I'm fine. I go into hospital on the 2nd of September, so like the Tuesday after the game. No, I'll be home. I'll be home by the game, the Titans game.
Can we do all our tips?
No, we got 2 games to go. Eels, Roosters.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the Roosters are scary now.
You
I
reckon?
can't believe how ever since Spencer Leniu started that all-in brawl against the Dolphins, they have found their physicality. They are intimidating. They absolutely went through the front door of Canterbury last week, even after conceding the first try. So I actually think they're going to be dangerous in the finals, man. I don't think any team's going to want to play them if they come with that, because they've got the team. They've been hot and cold all year, but now they're just playing with some serious force. So I reckon they're a smoky now. Like, I would never have picked them to make the 8, let alone play a grand final. I think they can make the grand final, even win it.
Yeah, I had like my ladder prediction at the start of the year. I couldn't decide who was my 8th team. I was umming and ahhing between the Roosters and the Dogs. I ended up putting the Dogs in 9th and the Roosters in 8th. Like, I thought they'd just sneak in. And the basis of my prediction was I thought they'd win enough to be hovering around sort of that 9th to 12th position while they were waiting for Walker to come back. And then once he came back, they'd go on a bit of a tear at the back end of the season.
It's been brilliant.
Yeah, and
so good.
absolutely
Walker's
crush it and sneak their
Walker's
way
on
in.
all right. Some of the stuff he does, he's a pleasure to watch.
A friend of the show, Emmanuel, he's corrected me twice in 2 different comments here. So apparently Sydney's 90 kilometres closer to Mudgee than Canberra is. And also, apparently he reckons the Dogs are already 5-5 with Garvin. So I must have not had the latest game.
I'd find.
I don't think that's right.
How many
I think
buys
he's only
have they
played
had
9.
while he's been there?
They had 2 buys after he joined.
Yeah, because they had a buy back the week after he joined.
Yes, he was training with them.
That would mean he's played 20 games.
We can go back and work it out if you want, but
all right, man, we're gonna have to check that one.
yeah, we'll check that.
In saying that, though, this is one of the other results we need to go our way this week. We need the Eels to win.
That's we've all gone.
They played the other week.
No,
Yeah,
if they don't win,
we can catch it.
we'd need a miracle, but it requires a for and against turnaround of epic proportions. So go Storm next week, because the Roosters have the Storm next week.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Now, who have they got last round? The Roosters.
The Rabbits. The Rabbits.
Rabbits can always live for that.
The Rabbits, who will be coming off a bye. Latrell should be back by then. Whiten suspension will be
Why would
over,
they
so
bring him back for one game?
he'll be available.
All right.
Why would you bring him back? Night.
Because it's the Roosters.
It's the Roosters.
Is it
It's
worth
the
it?
book of feuds.
Yeah, exactly. When they play the Roosters, there's
Yeah, okay.
everything's off the table.
Knights, Broncos. Knights are cooked. Broncos pretty easily.
I don't know. I won't say easily. There's something wrong with the Broncos, but they'll win. I don't know what it is. They're just not. They should be winning a lot easier than what they do.
We're all
So,
going,
Rob, realistically at the moment, how many teams do you think can win the premiership? Do you think the Raiders can?
Are we talking on form, or okay? I'll say this.
Overall.
I think it's the most even comp, and I said it a few weeks ago. Okay, you're probably right to a degree about Canterbury, but I said whoever will play Canterbury is a team that catches fire. So right now it could be Penrith, it could be the Roosters, it could even be the Raiders, but I just think the Raiders are going to concede 24 points against whoever they play. They just got to score 30 points. I don't like the Raiders' defense. Their backs are outstanding, but their defense, we carved them up. We isolated Fogarty in the second half at Campbelltown. I'm seeing other teams take advantage of Fogarty. Timoko and Chris, they're great runners of the ball. Defensively, their reads are just rubbish. So I think it's just one of those teams. Anyone could win the comp, but I'm not going to say like they're the great. Even Melbourne, when they're on, but there's some sort of fragility about them. They're not. I don't know. Like Coates is playing great, but they're missing Jerome Hughes. I don't think Wishart's doing the job they want. They've had to tinker around putting Munster at fullback. I just think someone's just got to catch fire the next couple of weeks and go into the finals with momentum.
I think it's
Penrith.
personally, I think it's a race in 4. And the only team I'm completely 100% ruling out, no matter where they finish,
is Canterbury.
Is the Sharks.
Oh, the Sharks. Yeah, they're soft. They are so soft.
Otherwise, I think the race between 4 is between the Raiders, the Storm, the Panthers, and the Roosters.
Yeah, I'd write off New Zealand because they've got too many injuries.
They could win a week 1 final, especially if they match up against the Sharks. I think they'd win that one.
Canterbury need to sort themselves out really quick, but they're in a bit of trouble. I don't think Brisbane can win it. There's something wrong with Brisbane, even if they do make it.
If we make the
when
finals,
they click.
Will we be a chance to win the semi-final? It depends on the matchup.
Depends who play. If it's fifth place and we were playing New Zealand, that would. I mean, only because they've got injuries, I'm not taking them for granted. But we would be playing them as a different team with a lot more confidence. But and we're talking about a 1% chance. But
I genuinely think if we do come 8th,
we're in a better spot right now than some of the top 8 teams.
This was the year we should have made the finals, given what other teams are doing. Whatever, we really should have made the finals this year. But again, I'll take where we are now compared to where we were a month ago when I didn't think we were going to win another game.
The way I see it, if we do come 8th, we've got 3 potential opponents of the teams that I think can and probably might still finish 5th. It's the Warriors, the Panthers, or the Broncos. One of our opponent will probably be one of those 3.
All right, stats man, you talked up your stats before. They better be the best.
I think that was part
stats.
of it too, by the way. I think we've been talking. I think one of your stats.
Yeah, it's been a stats man fest
outcome, wasn't it?
So we've delved a little bit into what needs to go our way, but to summarize it, looking at the run homes for the teams that we obviously the ones we need to worry about.
3 anyway,
we need to win 3 in a row. So we need to win 3 in a row or 3 more in a row. We've got obviously the Cowboys this week. We've got the Raiders next week, and then we've got the Titans after that. Yeah. How many of them do you think we win? 2, 3, 1?
Between either 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Yep.
So then we need the Roosters to lose all 3 of their remaining games.
That's the problem.
So their final 3 games, we've just talked about what they are. How many do you think they're a legitimate chance of losing? I mean, the Storm next week, I think, is Thursday night footy. So
thank you.
That could potentially be a heck of a game. But these other 2 are very much
I think I'll beat the Storm at the moment, but they could lose to the Storm. They're not losing to Para the way Para played the other night against South. And who did you say the last game was? Oh, South.
South, yeah.
South would have to really be, come up with something crazy, but like we did against Canterbury. But that's possible, but unlikely.
We need the Dolphins then to lose 2 out of 3. We're hoping that one of them would be Manly this week. They've got the Raiders in the final round, but do the Raiders rest their players?
That's at
that's KO. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Redcliffe. And then next week they've got the Titans at Suncorp.
Man, it's just one more win. I just keep thinking about that South.
They could lose to the Titans.
So many games we should have won.
Titans took Penrith to Golden Point. So they can lift at home.
And then Manly is the other team. We need them to lose at least 1 more. But in saying that, we need them to win this week.
But aren't we ahead of them now or not?
We're equal with them. So
our for and against
dreadful
compared to them.
Minus 100 points worse.
So who are they playing? They're playing.
So they've got
Dolphins.
Dolphins this week.
Yep.
Next week they've got the Dragons.
Yeah, they can lose that. They can lose that.
Yeah, I'd back Cogra.
Not necessarily.
I'd tip Dragons.
The Warriors at Brookie.
That's a bit ugly.
So we'd need them to. We'd need them to win this one this week and lose one of their last 2.
They have to beat the Dolphins this week.
Let's just bet.
How close do you think we get? Realistically, how close do you think we get?
I got money on us to finish exactly 9th at 40 to 1.
We're going to finish between 9th and 12th now.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty, especially if we can beat the Cowboys.
9th would feel good.
In saying that, no matter what results happen between Manly and the Dolphins this week and whatever happens between the Roosters and Eels, mathematically, we're not 100% eliminated by the time Sunday rolls around. We would just need the Roosters to lose big in their last 2 and us win big in probably 2 out of our last 3.
Come on, Para, you freaking pretenders. Do something in your life. Seriously, fire up,
Moses.
Do something. Just coming through the comp for nothing.
Speaking of firing up, patreon.com/WestsLife. The Discord's absolutely firing. So many channels and things to talk about other than footy going on. Shane's got his own gardening channel in there.
Really?
Now, organising meetups and that sort of thing. The
Well,
boys
he's got Kylie Minogue playing in the background.
Oh, we need a Kylie Minogue channel. There you go, Shane. Do your favorite Kylie Minogue memories?
He doesn't look very
channel.
happy not being on camera tonight. I got to be honest.
Well, he's about to be on the Patreon.
Yeah, okay.
All-in show. So if you're a Patreon member, you get a bonus episode and get to join us all the fun in the Discord with the boys and girls. It's lots of fun. What a great year we've had. These guys and girls supporting us.
Really good people.
All year. It's just been absolute ripper of a year for us.
And thanks to the Tigers for making things a little bit easier with more wins.
Yep, for sure. They could have maybe won a little bit more, but
yeah, we can blame Galvin for a couple of those.
Yeah, why not?
Like Souths.
And our top tier legends: Will Sinclair, Shane Kay, Riff over there in Miami, Rob Aaron, Chris Cowell, Gussie Harris. Haven't seen Gussie in the comments yet tonight, and Brendo as well. Two of those are here tonight supporting us. All right, Sunday. What do we got Sunday? Rob, we got a live show for the.
So we've got 2 live shows.
Yep.
One at 7:30 with the Claws Out boys. One with yourself. I'm not sure. I think Shane might be jumping on with you guys. Yeah,
we're going to talk.
Have you decided what you're just?
Yeah, we're going to talk 2005. What do you reckon, Shane? Let's relive 2005.
Reminiscing. Don't forget the shorts that we mentioned earlier. The shows we put out last Sunday. Yep. The call in show, and Claws Out. Just a shout out to our club as well. They put out they're reminiscing about 2005. They put a nice video out yesterday with Benji and Scando. Today was Hodjo and Scando. And I think there's another one coming out tomorrow, one on Friday.
Yeah, right.
We've got our 2005 preliminary final reminisce, Eddie and myself. That's a little 10-minute spiel. Mate, there's plenty going on. Plenty of West Tigers podcasts out there. What were the kids' podcasts? What were they called?
Tiger Kids.
Tiger Kids.
Yeah.
Give the Tiger Kids a listen. Obviously, the WTP boys, they would have done a couple of shows this week as well. Plenty of content out there, guys.
To be a West Tigers, why would you be a fan of any other team? In terms of served content.
I was going to be a troll there, but I held it back.
No, there's no.
No, it's good when we're winning.
There's nothing
boys.
like.
I'm really enjoying the live stuff on Sunday night. That's really, we're getting some great feedback from that. So, yeah, please give us a subscribe to all the Claws Out links on all the socials.
Yep. YouTube.
And obviously you've already followed West Tigers Life, so keep those going as well.
Yep. But well, they might not have. So there might be people hearing us on audio. At West Tigers Life on all the socials.
And if they want to contact us, where do they contact?
Podcast at westlife.com. So plenty planned. We're going to start as the season comes to a close, start thinking about next year and work out that sort of thing. So if you want to jump on board as a partner for next year,
I'm a shout out that I meant to do a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to do now. The West Tigers new social media admin, absolutely blowing it out of the park with the content at the moment.
How new are they? Do we know?
I think they're new this year. I think I don't know who exactly is the
16
the face behind
that was great.
The face behind all the new content, but I know one of the new photographers, if they have the same role, was at Parramatta last year, and who designed a lot of their game day posts and stat posts and stuff like that. So she's come from Para to us this year. I don't know if she's the one behind all of the absolutely incredible content these days, but a special shout out for the admin, the graphic, not the graphic, but the title or the comment with our full-time post from the Bulldogs game, which was Team First. I thought that was absolutely brilliant, considering we'd just beaten the Bulldogs and what all that was about. And like since then, really riding the emotion, really giving the fans a lot of good content in the Instagram group thing that they have now. Just the TikTok content is out there as well, asking the players random questions and getting their answers and stuff like that.
Big Mac Mike.
The Maccas, Big Mac Mike as well. After the games with I think it was Fanua for the guys and Kezi for the girls going around asking the questions.
You reckon they can get that music that Daniel put up for us waiting for our live streams the other night. Did you hear that version of Eye of the Tiger?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was good, wasn't it?
Cool
That was
that?
good.
YouTube
That,
hasn't given
that
us a
should be
strike yet.
like our theme song or something.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I just want to listen.
I was
to that music.
I was a bit nervous that we were going to get a strike for it, but Daniel.
No, it's all good.
Yeah,
yeah. There's no what do you call it? Patent or whatever. Copyright.
Yep.
Patent
There's no
pending.
patent, whatever. No, you can use that music
Hopefully.
anytime you want.
Yes.
Royalty free.
Unlucky Survivor.
I think we should
No
be
royalties.
putting a little bit of that music somewhere wherever we can. I loved it. I like our music. Don't get me wrong, but that was really nice. Got me going.
All right. Speaking of music, let's chat to our legends in the Patreon and everyone else. We'll see you Sunday night at Leichhardt
Come to
Oval.
the OG first. Go the Tigers.
Thanks for listening to West Tigers Life Podcast. What a great show. Love that Rob Bichara. Check out all their episodes and content at westtigers.com.au. What great content. Watch Coach's Report with Otto live by joining patreon.com/WestsLife. What a great deal. Join their Discord as well. Wow, fantastic. Please grab that subscribe button by the